Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Ains Weather Forecast, and welcome back to another tropical update. Yes, this is going to be a double upload. I actually posted my first video around 12:30, so if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out, guys. But we're going to be having new updates on Tropical Depression 6 and Invest 90E. These can be Eric and Flossie that can potentially bring in a lot of wind damage and flooding threats for Hawaii next week. So basically, two systems, one after the other. So it's going to be basically a double trouble, basically. I know that sounds a little weird, but that's what it's looking like it's going to be. So yeah, we just need to keep a close eye on this. It's not super duper close, but not super far away. So we just need to keep a close eye on this. But if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for the daily updates on seasonal forecasts, including winter, tropical updates like these, severe weather forecasts, and monthly forecasts, and many more to come. But yeah, also be sure to like the video so it lets me know you like more videos like these. But yeah, stay tuned. So as you can tell, we're going to be looking at the 5-day graphical tropical weather outlook. And here we have in Tropical Depression 6. So right now, that was Invest 99E, but then it became a tropical depression. So the maximum sustained winds are 35 miles per hour. So it has not changed. It has not gone any stronger based on winds. And if you want to know knots, it's 30 knots here. We also have the minimum central pressure at 1,006 millibars. So we are not seeing it getting any stronger based on winds or millibars. So right now it's looking like it's gonna stay like this for a while. It's not gonna get to a depression, or sorry, not gonna get to a tropical storm by today based on this, and it is looking like it is moving west at 18 miles per hour. So again, it's a very, very fast moving storm. So like Barbara moves only like at 5 miles per hour, and at most like 8 miles per hour. But this is not going to be as strong as potential Flossie, which is this. It's not going to be as strong basically because it's moving so fast. It's going to be getting to the cooler waters sooner, but you never know. It might slow down a bit more as it gets closer. And then we have Invest 90E, and this is where we have actually a 90% chance for the next 5 days. It did go up, and the 48 hours did go up to 20%. It was 30% earlier today, now it's 50%. So it is looking like we could potentially have this getting a bit stronger than expected, and it is moving westward at the same speed at Invest 6E. It is moving not Invest, Tropical Depression 6E. It's moving around 15 to 20 miles per hour. That's actually really, really fast for basically an Invest. But that's that. Now we're going to be looking at the satellite imagery for Tropical Depression 6. As you can tell, it's less circular than earlier today. This is what it was earlier today. But now look at it now. It's kind of like a line kind of just clouds. So it is a bit less organized, but it is moving so very, very fast. Look how fast it is moving. Again, you're not really going to see this circulation really soon. You won't see this circulation until like maybe the next 2 days is when you start to see it. But here it is right now. It's not very, very organized. You don't see any vorticity whatsoever, but you do see it's moving at a very fast rate to the west towards Hawaii. So if you're in Hawaii in the next couple days, you might need to watch out, because this can potentially become a big deal when it comes to Thursday. That's when it becomes Hurricane Eric based on all the other models. If we look at the time and the timing, the cone and timing, sorry, I cannot get the word, at 5 a.m. that's where it was, and look how much it's moved ever since. It's moved very, very fast. It could get to a tropical storm basically at around midnight to tomorrow. So it's going to be it's going to be in between late, very late today, in between very early tomorrow. But again, with Barry, it did delay to like 11 a.m. But we are going to have for sure a tropical storm around 2 a.m. tomorrow. And then by 2 p.m. Sunday, it's still going to be a tropical storm. It's going to be around possibly 45 or 40 knots around this time. And by 2 a.m. to Monday, it's still going to be a tropical storm. I bet you at this point it will become a major tropical storm. And by Tuesday, it even gets possibly on the border of a hurricane. But this cone right here is the next 1 to 3 days. So look how fast it moves, and the distance with how close it's to Hawaii. And then this other transparent cone here, that's next to 4 to 5 days. So the next 4 days, it can become Hurricane Eric, and it could potentially become a very weak Category 2. It's going to become a Hurricane Eric on 2 a.m. Wednesday, and by 2 a.m. Thursday, it's very close to Hawaii, the Big Island. It could just go south, but the cone might be in Hawaii. So if you're as long as you're in the cone, you still have a threat. And now we're going to be looking at the timing for Tropical Depression 6. Again, all the models do it showing going just south. This is for the eye, not the storm in general. This is for the eye. So the eye of the storm could just go just at the island and bring in some very, very heavy rain. So it's looking like it could just go south based on this, and a lot of models do agree about, actually 100% of the models do swing going south of Hawaii. It's going to be going in a straight line basically. But I really don't think this will happen. I actually think it might make impact on the southwestern part of the island. I think it might go a very, very smaller turn to the northwest like this and then go around. But I think it could go like that. I really don't think it's going to go in a straight line like this. It's very, very rare to see hurricanes in the Pacific go straight, especially with all the cool water. It might go around it. You never know. But I really don't think it's going to go just south. But now we're going to be looking at the intensity guidance. As you can tell, it's within 12 hours of becoming a tropical storm. The next 12 hours all the way to the next 60 hours, because some of the models don't even show it getting to a tropical storm. Like the UK is not showing it getting to a tropical storm. But once it gets to a tropical storm, all these models showing going zoom. All the models showing going right up through tropical storm. So it's not going to be going very slowly like this and then go. It's going to go straight up like that, so that's intensifying. That's showing you how it's going to go in warm waters. Some of the models do showing it stopping at 60 knots. So again, some show it getting a very, very strong tropical storm. But the other models, when they go Category 1, they go straight through Category 1. So they're for sure showing it getting to a Category 1. And then some others are showing it getting to a very, very weak Category 2. So it is looking like Tropical Depression 6 could become a bit stronger than we thought, because I thought it would be more of a strong Category 1, but now there's thought of a Category 2. So now we're going to be looking at the Invest 90E tracks. These have changed a little bit. They do not show getting very, very close, like they were all in this one little small area. Now that they have spread out a little bit, but again, there's not really anything on the track with 90E that we have to worry about now, because it's hundreds of miles behind Tropical Depression 6. Tropical Depression 6 is way farther out there into the warmer water, so that's why Invest 90E has to wait a couple more days to become a tropical depression, then eventually Hurricane Flossie, but it's going to become a big one when it does. So as you can tell, we are going to be looking at the intensity guidance for tropical or Invest 90E. The models do show it, actually some do show getting it to 12 hours from now, tropical storm, but I think that's very too soon. I think within the next 48 hours and 72 hours, that's when we can actually have our tropical storm Flossie there. And it's unlike Tropical Depression 6, some of them do going to the tropical storm, but staying in there. But the other models that show going right through tropical storm, but at a slower rate, because with Tropical Depression 6, they show like this. But the other ones do show kind of like this, going very slowly through there. And then it should become a hurricane in the next 96 hours based on this Hurricane Flossie. And a lot of them do show getting to possibly a medium Category 1 to a strong one. And then one model does show a Category 2, just like with Eric. So again, they're looking like they can be around the same. But now we're going to be looking at the winds too. So the wind has not changed a whole lot. By the next 36 hours, we do start to see some winds out here. We do see Eric trying to get organized, and then we do see Flossie trying to become its invest. By the next 3 days, we do see Eric getting a lot stronger with 51 knots there. It's going to be heading straight towards the direction of Hawaii, but then it's going to be going like this based on that. And then we do have, so we have Eric right here, and we have Flossie right here. So that's what it's looking like here. It's looking like they can become very, very strong systorms. By the next 132 hours, we will be seeing Eric potentially making landfall with the outer bands on the Big Island with 59 knots there. And then we do have Flossie right behind it, going to be twice the size of Eric. And then it's going to be humongous right here. We're going to have possibly 70 knots there. It's going to be a lot stronger at 85 knots there. That's going to be basically the strongest based on that. So it will be getting very, very close to Category 2. And then it gets stronger. It actually has updated. It gets stronger with 88 knots right before landfall. And then it goes to 72 right before. So That's what it's looking like there for Flossie. I think Flossie might be the biggest deal, bigger than Eric, really. And then we're going to be looking at the vorticity. For the next 3 days, we do have these two systems having vorticity. We do not want that. We do have these two systems right here. Here we have Flossie, and here we have Eric. So it's kind of like Maria and Jose. That's kind of what it's reminding me of. These two consecutive systems right behind each other. But the vorticity for Eric is actually a lot closer than the last time we checked. Look how close it is there. But with Flossie, it does look like it does go a bit farther to the south based on vorticity. I'm not talking about the hurricane itself. I'm just talking about where the vorticity is going to be there. And now we're going to be very quickly going to be looking at the rain. So here we actually have on the 30th of July, if we look at the radar for the Central Pacific, we will be seeing Eric here at 991 millibars. But at this point, when it gets to 986, that's where we do see it potentially becoming a Category 1 right before we see it starting to affect Hawaii. And it does get a bit stronger than expected too. It was only going at like 980, now it's doing 978 millibars. But look at Flossie right behind it, right there. It's a huge, way more bigger. It's just way much bigger bands, a lot stronger. It's gonna get to 960 millibars and potentially make landfall onto the eastern part of the island, and then make some kind of weird turn. So right before landfall goes like this. So we will have these outer bands to potentially affect Hawaii. We could have a good amount of rain here. Let's actually check the rainfall very quickly. Was not planning on this right now. I really was not planning on it. But if we look at the total accumulated precipitation, we actually could have a lot more rain for the eastern part of the island here. So we could see potentially around a foot or less right for the eastern part there. But you can see where the cone's going to be. So here's actually where potentially Eric goes, and this is where Flossie is going to go based on this. So it might just go around Hawaii with these two systems. Hawaii always gets saved at the last minute, but sometimes they don't. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll probably do a double upload tomorrow too, but one with fall forecast, one with this. And again, tomorrow is my real birthday, the day I was born, not my birthday party. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and bye guys.